and a guy who's made probably 1,000 laps here in a super late model in other divisions, Don Jenkins, outside in the 24. One of the best front rows.
Well, as you look back through the pack, you've got some hot irons wired together.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
So let's watch now. Straight away down into the number 3 turn. From the 3, they go into 4s. They come off the number 4. Green flag goes down. They in competition.
Here we go into turn number 1 and 2. Don Jenkins on that top side, but it's Owen Osteen. Out front is a 3 wide for third. Down the backside. Lamar Haygood breaks into third into 3 and 4.
Osteen got his nose out front. Can he keep it out there? Klein running, goes high, then crosses down, gets in his exhaust, going up the backside. Nose to tail, any way you look at it. He is staying on the top side right now.
Donnie Jenkins doing some high-altitude racing here tonight at Dixie Speedway. Donnie Jenkins, Owen Osteen up front, down the backside we go. Osteen on the inside. Jenkins right in the top side of the speedway as we come out of turn number 4. Jenkins continues.
Jenkins, though, tried to make it to the inside that time. Don Jenkins trying to be the high point man and pick up an extra 2,000. Stay, look at this. Jenkins nose tailed it through that corner. Right down inside. Still laying out there.
Todd Murphy in the number 20 car. He's jumped back up in that Mostella zone. He's going for 4th here in the 20 car.
And here goes Marshall Green. He's running that high groove also.
Oh, they're together on that backside. Owen Osteen and Don Jenkins tied together in turn number 4. Osteen is your leader with 6 laps down.
Tried to put your car... wait a minute. Here goes Jenkins on the outside, but he gets out of shape and hit the wall. So anywhere you look, you've got competition. Jenkins now losing back about 3 or 4 car lengths there, but trying to gain it back and may do it as he gets it right off of that number 2 turn.
The battle going on right back behind him for that 4th position. That is Rick Hickson in the 16. Todd Murphy in the 20, and they're side by side at the flag stand for that 4th position.
But anywhere you look around the racetrack, they're running 2 deep, sometimes 3 deep, but it's hard to take guys off of those front 2 that are wired together.
Marshall Green, Jake Knowles getting into the top 10 as we go into turn number 1. That is Marshall Green right behind the 16 of Rick Hickson on the backside. Todd Murphy now in 4th as we come out of 4. Jenkins climbs the ladder up top again. Caution in turn number 1. That's going to be Curtis Klein in the number 44 car. There's Lamar Haygood in the red 17, Rick Hickson 16, and Todd Murphy in the 20 as we're ready to go back under green.
So as they come off of number 4, Green goes down again. Had 2 wired together or tied together. His driving ability, he's doing a great job. In other words, if they get too close up to him, he takes it a little bit high, gets out of the groove he's in, making it hard for somebody to move around it.
Here we go once again.
But that number 17, Lamar Haygood, on the inside, he can't get to him. Look at Don Jenkins crossing, coming off the number 2 turn. That don't bother him. That's what he likes.
You've got Jenkins up top. Also Murphy. Marshall Green goes to the top side in the number 40 car. Trying to make some positions as he's alongside of Jake Knowles and Rick Hickson on the backside.
3 deep going into 3. Separated out a little bit. Don Jenkins is gaining on that top side. Watch him get a bite off of that corner. If he keep it, well, he got a little bit out of shape.
Todd Murphy going for that 3rd position from Lamar Haygood in turn 4. We've got a spinner on the backside, and that is Zach Nichols in the 00. He started all that. Rick Hickson in 16. Todd Murphy in the number 20. Jake Knowles in 66. Marshall Green in the number 40. Here we go.
Do-si-do, baby. Swing your partner. That's what's... Oh, look at this. Jenkins, really. But he reeled it back.
Jake Knowles jumps into that 4th position. Marshall Green going for 5th in turn 4.
Looks like that Don Jenkins, Lamar Haygood, really getting under him as he gets out of shape in the turns.
3 wide 4 position. As we come down the front side, Rick Hickson is losing spots every lap in the 16 car.
The car I'm watching right now that started way back in the pack is Jake Knowles, number 66. It looks like 06, but it's number 66. Started in 9th position. Jake Knowles now working on Lamar Haygood.
Right now it's the Owen Osteen show in the number 20 car. As we come out of turn number 4, Don Jenkins riding in 2nd. Jake Knowles and Lamar Haygood battling for that 3rd position down the backside. Knowles has it by half a car length. Don Jenkins ever closer to Owen Osteen as he comes out of turn 4.
All right, watch Osteen and watch Don Jenkins. When Don goes to the outside, watch Osteen take it to the high side.
He's making that number 20 car really, really wide as we've got a caution in turn 4. That's going to be Bobby Turner's number 31 car, slowing the field on lap number 6.
On his car there.
All right, getting ready to go back under green. Owen Osteen getting ready to mash on the loud pedal. He does. Haygood going to the inside, little arcing and sparking with Jake Knowles as we go into turn number 1 and 2. Jenkins on the top side, but Osteen slams the door on him on the back straightaway. Jenkins gives him a little nudge, lets him know he's here as we come out of turn 4.
And might have a little bit of a bite as he comes down the front straightaway. Don Jenkins out of Kingston, Georgia. Now getting the body one. He got those tires cooled and he's running.
Yes, sir. Jenkins out front, down the backside. Osteen comes back on the inside. As we come by, it's going to be Don Jenkins by nose.
But he better stand on it all the way around. You can't make the least bobble. Don Jenkins now may take over the lead coming off the number 3 and 4 turn. But look at Osteen coming right back. It's not over by any stretch of imagination. Don Jenkins found him a groove. He is now a good car 2 lengths out front.
The Mostello zone is working for the Kingston coming out of turn 4. But you better hurry. Here comes Jake Knowles in the 66 car. Up into that 3rd spot.
Sparks coming out of one of them down as they come down the front straightaway. But Don Jenkins now out front. But he's got to go full bore all the way.
Danny Carter having problems in the 21 car. Flat right front on that race car. He'll take it to the pit area.
And here comes Marshall Green now, as he has gone to that high side also. But Don Jenkins, he better pray for that he go flat out all the way. That would make him the high point man, wouldn't it?
Yes, sir.
So it's worth another $2,000 to him.
Don Jenkins and Jimmy, he is breaking him out front. He's got about a half straightaway on Owen Osteen.
Oh, here's one, just a little bit of a push there as Mike McConnell out in the number 4 turn off the front.
Change right there. Getting ready to go back under green. The Kingston coming out front in the 24 car. Owen Osteen and Jake Knowles right behind him as green flag comes on the speedway.
Watch that Jake Knowles now. Jake Knowles dives right in there, makes him 3 deep going up the back chute. If that ain't racing, hey, we got another one going out in the turn. Matthew Durr. I'm going to tell you. That's right.
Hey, we're going back under green, Jimmy.
Osteen stays. Jake Knowles follows the pattern as they again get a green condition. Look at that on the back chute.
Man, oh man, we got racing going on here at Dixie Speedway. 3 wide for the lead out of turn number 4. Don Jenkins takes that top side to the front position. Jake Knowles second. Owen Osteen in third. Marshall Green fourth, and Lamar Haygood in fifth.
Pandemonium off the number 4 turn. Pandemonium off the number 4.
Talk about Wade.
That's right.
Yeah, we're getting ready to go, Jimmy. Here we come out of turn number 4. Already 3 wide. Lamar Haygood. My goodness gracious.
Well, that's 3 times I've seen Lamar Haygood stack them up 4 deep, trying to get 4 deep, and he's the one that...
We're fixed to go again out of turn 4.
Well, moving into 3, down off of 4. The green flag goes down again.
Frank Ingram and Tracy Watson battling for second as we've got another spinner here in turn 4.
And did you notice that Frank Ingram knocked on Don Jenkins' door as they come off of number 4? That's worth watching.
Tracy Watson and Frank Ingram battling for that second spot. Don Jenkins is your leader out of 4.
And 3 deep off the back straightaway. We're 3 deep coming off of number 4. It just don't work. It just don't work all the time. No wonder we're having so many caution flags. Look out. Gotta watch them going up the back side. So as I look up toward the front, it's Don Jenkins out front, Frank Ingram in the number 2 slot. Tracy Watson and Danny Bloom. Jimmy K, the top 5. And that number 66, Knowles moving low, high, and inside. Yes, sir. Frank Ingram now, right on Don Jenkins. See Frank Ingram running Don Jenkins doing about the same thing. Here's one in the retaining wall.
And this will bring out caution on the speedway. That is the 84 car of Jay Sessa.
They're getting it.
Because really, with your larger speedways, the tracks are wider and that kind of finish. But here's Don Jenkins standing on as he comes off of that corner.
Jenkins leads the Thundering Herd down that backside. Frank Ingram goes into second. Tracy Watson third. Daniel Brewer in fifth. There we go. 2 and 3 wide once again out of turn 4.
Watch that Jake Knowles on. Jake Knowles gaining cars every lap. And here we got a 3-car thing coming off of number 2.
Tim Day up to challenge Jimmy K for that 5th position down the backside. Jimmy K in the 90, Tim Day in the 77. They're battling for 5th. Ingram looks to the inside of Jenkins out of 4.
But lose him coming down the front straightaway, but goes right back under him going into number 1 and 2. Jake Knowles gaining 1 and 2 cars every lap. He knows he's got 18 laps to go to get it done.
Ingram and Jenkins on the backside. Look at them, race fans. Into turn number 3 and 4. Ingram on the inside. Jenkins on the outside.
Jenkins comes back, taking over the lead, but Jenkins knows that Frank Ingram is knocking on his door. Let's watch him through 3 and 4 as they come down. Here comes Frank Ingram back. He's making that bid. And watch Knowles.
Knowles going for that 5th position around Jimmy K, but we're still together over here in turn 4. Ingram looks to be the leader, this time by the flag stand. They're dead square even.
Now, caution flag should come out right now. And look at this, still wire. Frank Ingram driving his heart out, trying to get around Don Jenkins.
As we are coming up on lap 38, Ingram makes a bid again, but Jenkins has momentum.
He makes one bobble, or he's going to lose that position, plus $2,000. Knowles is moving up on your 4th place car. And here we are. Oh, Frank Ingram might be taking the lead. No, Jenkins comes right back.
Race fans, I tell you what, we have got a classic going on here at Dixie Speedway. Frank Ingram, Don Jenkins together out of turn 4 on lap number 41. We've got 9 to go.
Wired together, and here comes Jake Knowles moving up on your 4th place car. Let's see if he's going to move up there. Unbelievable. You can't beat this. Look here, still wired together. Still wired together. Ingram gets him on the inside in the corner, lose him up the chute. I don't know. They're still wired. Watch that Frank Ingram go in that turn.
Absolutely jaw-dropping racing here tonight at Dixie Speedway. Don Jenkins is going to live or die on that top side. Frank Ingram's going to live or die on that bottom. As we go down the backside, we'll be coming up on lap 44. That will be 6 to go.
And they're still wired. They're still wired together. Jenkins might have got a little bit of edge off of him then. Laps are running out. 5 laps to go. 5 laps to go, and they're still wired together.
Yeah, one of the most outstanding events I have seen in my years of dirt track racing. I'm telling you, look at Frank Ingram and Don Jenkins.
But Don gets him as he comes off. They got his momentum built up. Coming down this time. We still got 3 to go. Don Jenkins, Kingston, Georgia, still out front. Frank Ingram. Agworth. Here comes Frank again. Frank's back down there. He's got to lead that lap.
Frank Ingram leads lap number 48 as we go down the backside. Don Jenkins up on top. Frank Ingram on the bottom. We're coming for the white flag. 1 more lap to go. Frank Ingram is your leader.
Oh, Jenkins right there with him, though. He crosses to the inside.
Frank Ingram with a good run out of turn number 2. Jimmy, bring him home, little buddy.
Moving now through 3 to 4. Coming to the checkered flag, it's Frank Ingram. Then Don Jenkins. Tracy Watson, of course. Daniel Brewer and Jake Knowles, the front 5. And in just a moment, we'll be going down the track.
Well, Johnny, I tell you what, how about it, Frank Ingram, a reigning champion right here, past track champion at Dixie Speedway. And, buddy, I tell you what, you saved the best for last, didn't you?
Well, I was fighting and fighting, but that big wreck they had, you know, really took a lot of cars out of my way. I knew that I had to keep my speed up because the motor was skipping a little bit. So, going on the inside and he was on the outside, I couldn't let it wash out, so I kept working, and all he had to do was make a little mistake.
Frank, I'll tell you what, man, how's black on the MC50 right here at Dixie Speedway, the top track Southeastern Championship. Man, you got your name etched in there with everybody else with the other 5 tracks. And I'll tell you what, man, that's got to be something special, doesn't it, right here, Dixie Speedway in Victory Lane, home of the champions.
Yeah, I never really thought that I was going to win it, but Jerry Fowler supplied me with a good car and good motor, and the rest was, y'all seen it.
Well, I tell you what, man, looking for some great things next year, and I tell you what, with these, like you say, Jerry Fowler supplying you with a car, this crate motor, I tell you what, this crate motor deal, to me, it's a heck of a deal. I like it myself.
Yeah, I think it's real good. I mean, it's a lot less expensive, but you have to drive harder. So the driver makes up for more, or the car handling.
Absolutely.
Going down the straightaway, everybody even. Y'all seen that.
Well, I'll tell you what, you and Don had a heck of a dogfight coming out there. And, you were, I think it was lap 41 or 42. You were the leader. Then he led the rest of them up to, I think, lap 48 when you finally were able to go ahead and get in first place and keep it for the last lap and a half or so.
Yeah, with the way we was racing side by side, it really didn't matter who won because we both gave each other room. We raced fair, and, I mean, you've seen some good racing with some crate motors right there.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I don't see a whole bunch of blue paint on your car. I don't see a whole bunch of yellow. If this was here, I'm sure I wouldn't see a whole bunch of yellow on it.
He ought to be here beside me.
I hear you. Frank, listen, anybody else that you want to mention and say hello to? Yes, sir, Tim.
Frank, we're going to pull your motor out, pull it apart, and check it. We're going to do either second or third place man. Pick which one you want to go with. There's 2 envelopes. Open it up, tell me who's in it.
All right, we're going to find out right here. Frank's going to be tore down. It'll be either second or third place automobile, and it's going to...
Third place.
Third place automobile will, in fact, be tore down also, Johnny. So, again, Frank Ingram will be tore down. He had a chance to pull second or third. He did, in fact, pull the third place automobile, okay?
Thank you very much, and I want to give thanks to all the people who helped me, all my crew, and sponsors here on the side of the car for helping Jerry supply me with a good car, and, my mom right there. Can't forget Mom.
No, man, don't forget Mom, okay? Don't do that.
Never.
Listen, congratulations, Frank. Again, good job right here for the Southeastern Track Championship. You got your name on it. And right here, Dixie Speedway, home of the champions. You're a past track champion. I tell you what a heck of a resume that puts for you, right?
Yeah, that's wonderful there. We'll be back for next year if they have nothing.
Sounds good. Congratulations. Hey, race fans, how about it? Frank Ingram right here out of Woodstock, Georgia.
Oh, Jenkins right there with him, though. He crosses to the inside.
Frank Ingram with a good run out of turn number 2. Jimmy, bring him home, little buddy.
Moving now through 3, the 4. Coming to the checkered flag, it's Frank Ingram. Then Don Jenkins.
Don Jenkins with us right here, and he is our top track champion. And, Don, I tell you what, a heck of a room this evening, man.
Woo! Son, what a race! Woo!
Well, I tell you what, been able to check it out. I looked at Ingram's car, and he didn't have any blue paint and no yellow on yours. You guys ran side by side for quite a number of laps, and I tell you what, just a testimony to both your car handling and driver ability right there, man.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. Frank Ingram, you ain't got to worry about him. He's a good race car driver. He and I gave each other room, even around the lap cars. We know how to race this thing. We come up just a little bit short, but hey, my hat's off to him. Congratulations to him.
Well, how about our hat being off to you for being the South top track champion? And I tell you what, man, that's going to look good on the resume, Don.
Yeah, I spent about $1 million trying to make them 6 races. When you go,
come on, man, come on, it can't be that heavy in your pocket.
It's a big expense when you're going out of town trying to do this racing. Let me thank some of these sponsors here.
Please, yeah.
Number 1, Buster, Nancy Goss, Larry Shaw Race Cars out of Arkansas. Crate Racing, they're on with us this week at Racing Series we've been running. Prody and Welch, Base Fuel, don't let me forget Race Engine Design, and my main man, M&L Trucking.
Well, listen, man, you're going to be doing this next year. It'd be more expensive, it'd be about $1.5 million next year to do it, right, Don?
Yeah, it costs a lot of money. Like I say, we felt like we had a good race car tonight. We were just hanging there with them.
Yes, sir, Buster.
I'm going to make a presentation to Don from Last Shaw. Me and him talked this week, and I'm a dealer down here for Last Shaw cars. And as Don being the 2005 top track points champion, Last Shaw presents to him 1206 Last Shaw Racing Chassis.
Thank you, Buster. I appreciate it. Tell Larry Shaw we appreciate it. Woo!
I'll tell you what, that's going to make those
Way to
pockets
go,
a little less heavy, right, Don?
That cuts it back to about 750,000.